policy. They've just become political enemies.
Israel is hitting Beirut. Oh my God. Israeli forces are actively bombing Beirut at the moment. Follows missile launches from southern Lebanon a little while ago. I genuinely think they're going to destroy themselves with their endless appetite for destruction. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't think even America can fucking defend Israel. At some point, it's gonna be like a 50 front war, dude. It's crazy. Beirut is live on Al Jazeera. Explosions in Beirut. This is what happens when you don't have defense, anti-aircraft defenses, because America cucked your country.
But this barrage of strikes is still taking place. Rockets are being launched from Dahia itself. We'll get some details on this in a moment. But like I say, these are live pictures taking place right now. We don't know what the target is. Israel did say it was going to attack Beirut. It was going to attack the Lebanese territory because projectiles were launched from Lebanese territory into Israel. That launched air raid sirens across northern Israel. Hezbollah has claimed responsibility. I'm just hearing right now.
Why is Beirut being attacked? Because Hezbollah started launching rockets in the direction of the British base in Cyprus, and also in the direction of Haifa.
Rockets being launched into the air. These are extraordinary pictures, I have to say. I haven't seen this in Lebanon, in Beirut, for a very long time. Like I say, Hezbollah have claimed responsibility for the attacks taking place on Israeli territory. Projectiles fired earlier in the day. There was a response from the Israelis saying that they were going to attack Lebanese territory. Normally, those attacks have taken place in the south against what Israel calls Hezbollah infrastructure, but this now is taking place in the capital, Beirut. These are live pictures, as I say, coming from Beirut. Israeli airstrikes, Israeli drone strikes more likely coming in to that particular neighborhood there, and then fire, missiles being launched, rockets being launched back. Now, I am hearing that Hezbollah says it has launched missiles and drones towards Israel in retaliation for the killing of Iran's supreme leader, Khamenei. That is a Hezbollah statement there. Let's just stay with these pictures for a little while longer, but this seems like a far larger attack on Dahia that we've seen in a very long time. And that's a building that looks like it's just exploded.
Hezbollah confirms that it launched missiles at an IDF base south of Haifa in retaliation for the assassination of Iranian Supreme Leader Khamenei in the 15 months of Israeli bombardment of Lebanon. This is the first time Hezbollah has attacked Israel since 2024. By the way, I just want you to know something. Israel never stopped bombing Lebanon. Many of you probably haven't been paying close attention to the situation, but Israel literally never stopped bombing Lebanon despite the ceasefire on the Hezbollah side. This is the first time Hezbollah has attacked Israel since 2024 when it fired a small barrage into northern Israel to warn against Israeli violations of the then nascent ceasefire. Israel kept blowing up fucking different parts of Lebanon whenever they saw fit. They would assassinate people over and over again. They targeted people over and over again, which is, of course, always the case with Israel. You cease, we fire. That's how the Israeli ceasefires work. Classic Israeli ceasefire.
Now, we've got a statement from the Israeli military. It says it's begun striking Hezbollah across Lebanon. So these are strikes that are taking place in Beirut. It's likely there are other strikes taking place in the south of Lebanon, where Israel says Hezbollah infrastructure is still in place and that Hezbollah is rebuilding its capacity to hit Iraq. That red flare you can see just coming up in your picture right now, that's tracer fire coming up. We don't know what they're aiming at there right there. It's likely to be the drones that are hovering above Lebanon's capital right now. But that smoke you can see is now coming from at least 3 different locations. And it seems to be a far wider attack that we've, like I say, seen in a very long time. So let's just recap what we know. Hezbollah says that it has taken responsibility for attacks in Israeli territory. Israel says it's going to launch.
I don't trust Wall Street Journal that much. But Iranian security chief Ali Larijani has made a fresh push to resume nuclear talks with Washington. Arab and U.S. officials say hours after the negotiations were halted by U.S.-Israeli strikes. Are you scared, worried? How do you feel? I mean, I'm sad. I'm sad all the time because we are a world led by fucking some of the most evil monsters. Ali Larijani is overseeing Iran's security and military response to the war with Israel, and the U.S. continues, and Tehran looks for an exit, but he is not part of the leadership triumvirate formed after Khamenei's death. It's just everything sucks. All of this is unnecessary. It doesn't have to be this way. A better world and a better future is possible. And yet, every powerful force on the planet keeps telling you, no, this is the only way forward. There is no better future possible. Only death and destruction.
يا ساتر يا رب.
Larijani is a hardliner. I don't think he would. I mean, I think he's a hardliner, but you know, he might wanna take the reins. He might have a different design.
They use. Now, I've spent a lot of time in Beirut. I've seen those drones fly overhead. We're going to go now to Nida Ibrahim, who is in Ramallah in the occupied West Bank. Nida, it was only about 20 minutes ago that we were talking, that you told me that Israel was about to take a strike at Lebanese territory. Here it is. Here's that strike. What was that statement from the Israeli army? Just recap what that statement said.
Well, the statement that we just received from the Israeli army is that they're going to start attacking, and they indeed started attacking Lebanese targets following the projectiles that were sent from Hezbollah's side towards Israeli territory. We're talking about the north of Israel. Now, the information that we got when we and you last talked was about Israeli media suggesting that the Israeli army would crack down and start striking in Lebanon soon as the missiles were identified, or the projectiles were identified to be coming from Lebanon. So they really spared no time and attacked right away. But we also now have the confirmation from Hezbollah confirming that these projectiles were sent in retaliation of the killing of the Iranian supreme leader after Israel and the US started their attack on Iran early on Saturday. Of course, that breaks the ceasefire that was in place since November 2024. And we know that Israel continued attacking Hezbollah and Lebanese soils since the ceasefire started. But Hezbollah, at its end, it says that it had committed to the ceasefire while Israel continued to break it under different reasons. Israel would say that Hezbollah is stalking more.
How do you maintain optimism seeing my country being bombed like this, especially after a finished imperialism, high stage of capitalism? I can't see how we begin to fight these fucking pedophiles.
Why they're continuing to
you got to fucking lean into small victories you get every now and then, whether it be something as silly as like being able to convert someone, being able to actually get someone to recognize the truth about Israel, or recognize the truth about America, recognize the truth about like anything, okay? Like, there is no victory that's too small, okay? You have to lean into small victories, whether it be like broad awareness initiatives or whatnot, whether it's a protest, whether it's getting someone elected into a position of power. You have to lean into those things. And not only that, the Ayatollah got destroyed, Lamau, brother. Like, why do you think I care? I don't, like, this is the type of shit that I don't understand, because like, you're doing racism, but you're not even doing it right. Like, first of all, I'm Sunni, okay? I'm a Sunni Muslim. Why the fuck do I care about the Pope of Shias, okay? I just care about the Iranian people. I don't want the Iranian nation to be destabilized to such a degree that it turns into fucking Libya, okay? That's it. Like, it's so stupid. It's so stupid when motherfuckers come in here and be like, bro, they smoked your Ayatollah. It's like, brother, I know that you think like, oh, Muslim, Hassan, his name is Hassan, he's Muslim. Not exactly a religious Sunni either, okay? The Ayatollah was also 87 years old. Why like, he could have died sneezing. He could have gone out, fallen off a flight of fucking stairs. Like, what are you talking about? They martyred him in the middle of Ramadan while he was fasting in his own home. Like, what do you mean?
Between Hezbollah and Israel, it was damaged extensively. But this, Heidi, looks like a far larger strike than we've seen in recent years. Now, of course, there was this ceasefire. That ceasefire didn't take, it's never really in place because Israel violated it. The Lebanese PM just a couple of days ago was talking about...
CNN reports new Pentagon briefers acknowledged to congressional staff in a briefing Sunday that Iran was not planning to strike U.S. forces or bases in the Middle East unless Israel attacked Iran first. Why this matters, it undercuts Trump admin's argument on Saturday that Iran was planning to potentially strike the U.S. preemptively and pose an imminent threat. Yeah, no shit. Briefers pointed to Iran's ballistic missile program and proxy forces as evidence that they pose a threat to U.S. forces in the region, but sources noted that has been true for years and did not support the Trump administration's argument that the U.S. needed to attack Iran first. Reuters and Axios reported right off the bat that the war was planned since December and the date was set more than a week in advance. Anyone who believes the spin about an imminent Iranian attack or even stubbornness at the negotiating tables has rocks for brains. Yes, also, this comes after they already did this negotiation, like this fake negotiation in the 12-day war, and then struck Iran in the beginning of the 12-day war. Like, this is why I say I don't think we're getting like particularly better at reading through the propaganda. I think the propaganda is getting worse. It feels like their heart is not in it, you know, which is fine, I guess. I mean, it helps my job a little bit, even though it causes me to mauled quite a bit because people still come in here and go, dude, the Ayatollah got smoked. Bro, Iran was trying to actually fight first and we showed them what's what.